today on Destination Polaris.
I want the gold. Give me the gold.
Gold mines, aliens, and ghosts.
Like, let's stop in the ghosts and walk down the street and come haunt us here, place we're staying at.
It's a Wild West adventure in Nevada. Destination Polaris starts right now.
Destination Polaris is presented by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications.
Welcome to Destination Polaris. We are in Goldfield, Nevada, where there's a ton of mining history, and we hit the motherlode of off-road trails.
Our entire trip is based out of Goldfield, Nevada. If you haven't heard of Goldfield, you're not alone. The small town of 250 people is located 3 hours north of Las Vegas. Now, I've been to Nevada many times, but I've never heard of Goldfield.
Kind of a shock to the system when you drive in.
Earl Desiderio runs 01 Odysseys. They're a tour company based out of Las Vegas with a remote camp in Goldfield.
Experiencing, really the Old West. It's a step back in history.
It's a rustic town where gold once flowed.
I mean, this is all the mining stuff right here. You got your old cars, your old tools, your old people. Everything's old right here.
You really get an idea of how they lived back in the early 1900s.
Earl's got base camp set up with a full load of machines, all decked out with new wheels and tires.
The KMC guys, Wheel Pros, we go back to the beginning of when 01 started. They've been part of our program since day one.
Wheel Pros is the parent company of KMC Wheels, and on this trip, it's all about two letters, X and D.
XD is the brand for off-road with us, and we don't mess around with it. We're all luckily off-road fans in the department, and we get to come out here and test this kind of stuff and really see what it does.
And if you really want to put products to the max, then bring this guy. That's race car driver Tanner Faust, holder of multiple world records and championships.
I had 3 world records. I think just one of them still stands. One of them was the fastest indoor speed record, which I just wanted to make a Ford Fiesta have a world speed record. I don't get to do many days of just going out to enjoy some driving, some people who like cars, and some fun machines.
So you've got Tanner, but being we're not far from Las Vegas, we also tossed in a wild card and brought surfing legend Sonny Garcia.
I only won the world title once in 2000, and then I won the Vans Triple Crown 6 times in Hawaii. So I'm in Nevada, and it's beautiful, and something new for me. So I'm enjoying everything. My whole life has been just destination was surf, So getting to go and do other things is pretty incredible.
We're very fortunate to have people involved that are so passionate about what we do. They're all car guys, and that bleeds over, right? And so you get guys like Sonny Garcia, Tanner Faust, that all of a sudden you're like-minded people. That culture and that, whether it's a UTV or something else automotive, we're all the same people.
So there's our crew. Now, let's go find some gold.
Stick around as we continue to explore the mining history here in Goldfield, and we take my new Razor here for a spin. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications. Super ATV, your trusted source for high-quality parts and accessories. And by Aluma Trailers, the best aluminum trailers available.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We are in Goldfield, Nevada, where there's a ton of cool mining stuff, but right now, we're headed to a top secret location.
Back in the day, Goldfield boomed with nearly 25,000 people looking to strike it rich. Today, there's just 250. But the history remains.
Earl, if there's not gold in this mine, this trip is done, man.
Oh, there's a ton of gold up here.
So this is one of the many mines we've seen on the ride.
Oh yeah, this was a very prolific mining area. This mine here was part of the Florence mine.
And how many mines were here at one point in time, do you know?
Oh, quite a few hundred.
Really?
Oh yeah, that many. This was by far one of the largest mining districts in Nevada.
I've never been to Goldfield before. I've never heard of it, and I don't know how. That part of it is just fascinating. And the more you learn about that, the more you realize how little you know about that part of our history.
Look at the old cable reel in here. So
look at that. Yeah.
Check that out. So what they used to do is this window would be open.
Right.
The cable would be running all the way up to the top of the head frame. You can see the pulleys up there run down into the mine shaft. And that's how they pulled the gold ore out to be processed.
The legit stuff is right in there. You can't get to it, but it's right in there.
It's also just looking at the way that people lived. I mean, this is hard territory here.
Driving around, I was like, it looked like a ghost town. I'm afraid of ghosts.
This from a guy who surfs some of the gnarliest waves in the world.
I'm not gonna lie, the first night I was like, man, I know that one building was in the, ghost hunters. I was like, what's stopping the ghosts to walk down the street and come haunt us, the place we're staying at?
Sonny's talking about the Goldfield Hotel.
The Goldfield Hotel, which is right down the street from us, was one of the prominent places.
Either the ghosts come from the hotel or right down the street at the cemetery.
Any of the prosperous gold, silver areas had a lot of violence. They like to shoot each other up and take their gold.
Let's roll out, guys, before Sonny sees the boogeyman. We saw the mines, but here's a good look at someone's crash pad.
What we passed by looked like a set of two old stone homes. How big were they? 10 by 10? They're pretty small. That's where they lived. This small little stone shack.
Pass by the stone home and roll to the top, and things get real interesting.
better be a good view, Earl.
I think you'll like this.
Earl, I see Goldfield down there in the distance.
Yeah, great scenic overlook up here. Get a view of the whole valley. Goldfield, then back over my left shoulder, you got Mud Lake, which Mud Lake is really the gateway down into the test site in Area 51.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Right out that way?
Yeah, about 50, 60 miles south.
We are packed between two of the biggest restricted airspace areas in the country. It's not just that you're not allowed to go there, so you don't want to go in there. There's drones and little war games and missiles flying around everywhere.
What's crazy, you have Area 51, everything that way, and if you turn around and look, and I know it's more into the sun this way, but you got the Sierras and Whitecap Mountains that way, which is crazy. I mean, either view is just amazing from up here.
Let's bug out of here before the aliens come after us.
So just like the miners back in the days, we're gonna end our day with a stop at the saloon.
The Santa Fe Saloon, the Earps brothers were part of building. It was built in 1905. It hasn't been closed since. You know, walk in it today, it's the same bar, it's the same dining area. It's pretty unique.
I love all the Western movies, so this is pretty cool to be out here.
Sonny, we're having a blast as well. Stick around, because when we come back, we take you off the radar. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Kicker and SSB Works. Go wherever your music takes you. And by KMC Wheels, precision for chaos. And by B&W Trailer Hitches, towing adventure. And by Polaris Visa Card, power your passion. Earn Polaris cash on all of your purchases.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're in Goldfield, Nevada, hanging with the guys from KMC Wheels and 01 Odysseys.
Right now we have 12 rooms. We have our main clubhouse, so we have an area to dine. You know, we have a fire pit. We're getting ready to put horseshoe pits in. We have a small little RV area. It's always fun. First day with all of our guests. You know, they come in and they're just, where are we? Well, what are we doing here?
01 has become a very good partner with KMC, and they really do take our product, and I'll get a phone call from Earl if there's an issue or something that we need to tweak.
And what better way to test product than to bring out off-road champion Tanner Faust.
You can't imagine how gnarly these rocks are, okay? It's not just like pebbles on the side of the road. They're sharp-edged rocks that seem like they're always positioned at an angle that is made to go right through a tire.
Tanner's been around the game long enough to know what it takes to navigate the desert. But for someone like surfing legend Sonny Garcia, he's more like a fish out of water. Still, he's having a blast.
You know that last section before we got back to the house where it's kind of open? That was so much fun because, you know, it's high speed, those rolling hills and the turns. For me, that's fun.
We're lucky to be able to call one of them and say, hey, do you want to come up to middle of nowhere, Nevada and go on a UTV ride? Sure, I'll be there tomorrow.
I got a text like 2 weeks ago asking if I was interested in coming out. I'm here, having fun.
Nevada Nevada's made up with so many mountains. We can just travel from one valley to the mountains into the next valley. It's phenomenal. We're close to 3,000 miles of usable trails. We got room to roam. You don't have this much space in too many states where we can travel a couple hundred miles a day, go see some really cool sights.
Earl, you're right. It's not every day you see something like this. Look at that, wild Mustangs. It's just all part of the experience with 01.
This is incredible. I'm stoked to be here.
How cool is this? It's Wednesday morning, right? And we're product testing.
They've supplied wheels for us. They've helped develop wheels for certain applications that we need them for.
They test what works and what doesn't out in the field, and all that research ends up here in Los Angeles, California at the Wheel Pro headquarters.
These wheels right here are being cut for King of the Hammers.
King of the Hammers, gotta be tough, man.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, these things can take a beating.
Eric Grieving is in charge of product development at Wheel Pros.
So this is our machete design. This is kind of our jack of all trades and our flagship off-road wheel. This is our cast version of the machete wheel. It's a culmination of all the prototyping that we do here.
Of course, style matters as well.
So we do powder coat, we do liquid paint. We really can do anything that you want. Again, it's something that's very popular right now.
But you were saying the colors are popular on the East Coast. I mean, this is like East
Coast thing. Yeah.
Really?
They got a lot more flavor than us over there.
I'm as passionate about it. I'm a consumer of this product. Our goal is to make something that if we don't want to buy it, we're not selling it.
Our Goldfield ride has been awesome, but we're not done yet. Stick around, because when we come back, we're headed to their bizarre art district. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Brimstone. Camp, ride, and kick back at Brimstone. And by BF Goodrich Tires, who asks you, are you driver enough? And by Walton's, everything but the meat.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. You know what? I think it's time we do a little art shopping, and I've got just the place.
We're definitely not the mainstream art gallery type of place. Honestly, I don't even know what to call it.
Just off the main highway, hidden over a ridge, sits this crazy, unique, and totally odd car farm. Or as Earl likes to say, Goldfield's Art District.
Artists, graffiti artists, whatever, to come in and paint the vehicles as they choose.
The cars are pretty crazy.
I have something new to aspire to when I retire now. I think that guy's really speaking my language.
You never know what you're going to find. You know, the last couple of trips, bus is painted differently, or one car is different than another, and it's evolving. It just kind of changes every time we roll in.
Remember the one long car that was on top of the service truck? I wanted to get a photo, but the seat was smushed up, so I couldn't get into the front. Would have been cool.
No one got a kick out of the car farm more than Madison DeRaid.
Did you get stuck?
Yeah, I think I found a sinkhole. That was pretty cool. I mean, I've never seen cars upside down and buried in the dirt like that.
Madison is KMC's newest sponsored driver. She's the next generation.
currently racing the Work Series. This is my first year in side-by-side. I race against all girls. Just getting your name out there and everything, it's kind of cool to be a female because most females don't like to do this sport.
So Madison, which car did you like the best?
I like the bus that was the nose in the ground. Yeah, and we got to drive under it.
All right, guys, let's pack up and head back to camp. We've got one more surprise in store.
Destination Polaris crew was here this time hanging on with us. You know, we heard they had very discriminating taste, so we had to pull out our smoker from our Dallas office that came with Terry. He's a master cook. He's a salesman for us, but I would say cook first, salesman second. He's worked about 9 racks of ribs, 17 briskets, 47 pork butts, because I know that's what all Jared eats is barbecue. And
I think we all gained at least 10 pounds.
I have never eaten so much good food in such a short period of time. It was hard to stop.
So good.
So good, so good.
the hardest part of this whole shoot has been coordinating the meet.
Scott, if that's the hardest part of this trip, then we're gonna need to set up another ride, because this has been a blast.
Like, this is just pure fun. You know, I get to hang out with good people and drive an incredible vehicle, and to me, it doesn't get any better.